Hi guys! Happy Advent Day! Another day counting down till Christmas. Today we're going to do this cute little takeoff on snowflakes. Snowflake cutting, but we're going to do these cute little wreaths. Let's get started. So the first thing you're going to need is the template, and this is what the template's going to look like. You can print this onto heavier weight paper, and I'm going to cut the outside edges out. And this doesn't have to be exact because a lot of the top of this will be cut off. The next thing we're going to do is score these lines. And actually, if you don't want to score them, you could just fold them. Now we're going to fold on these score lines. I'm going to fold this in. You're actually going to be cutting through 6 sheets of paper. This is just like doing a snowflake. So I'm just folding it in half, and you can either fold one flap over the other, or you could even fold this one back, whichever is more comfortable for you. And you want to make sure that your template of the leaves is on the outside. And as you can see, this little edge right here is on a fold that you're not going to cut, and this edge also. So after we've done that, I am just going to start cutting around the image. The lighter weight paper you use, the easier it is to cut, of course. But I wanted this to be a little more stable since I'm going to be painting it. If you were just cutting these from green paper, you might not be doing anything else to it, so you could use a lot lighter weight paper. Now remember, there's a little fold there, so leave that there. And there's a fold there, and I'm going to cut this little bottom piece off, round it. Now you need to hold your leaf tightly so it doesn't move while you're cutting it. And if you're just using a colored paper, you might want to print this onto the back side. So if you don't cut exactly over the pencil line, you aren't going to see those. Now when I open this up, I'll see how rounded things look and if I need to fix anything. So I'm just opening this up, and this is a very simple cut actually. And there we go. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I am gonna paint this. So I'm just using my DIY crinoline paint. Use whatever color you would like. Actually, if you really wanted to, you could just paint your leaves green and your berries red and be done with it. So we'll let this dry real quick. So I'm just using some watercolor markers, and you guys could paint this. You can do this in 100 different ways. But I'm just gonna do this real quickly. I'm using a lighter green. And this is just a water brush. You can see how a watered down paint probably would go much, much faster. Now I'm going to use a darker green. I'm going to go around the edges. Then I'm just going to draw a line and just some fun little veins in here. I'm going to use a pencil, just a regular pencil, and go around this. And I'm not worrying about being overly precise with any of this. Let's do our reds on the berries. And I'm just going to watercolor these in. So I'm just going to use my pencil and draw some circles. And any of this you can omit or change or do it the way you would like. I'm taking another red and just going over that. So now I am going to seal this. I'm just using a Minwax polyacrylic, and it's a crystal clear. So So when I'm putting this on, it's going to want to smudge the pencil marks a little bit, but that's okay. And I found you do not want to do the red until you're done with all of the green. So this is a little brighter green, so you could just use whatever colors you want. You could do several layers to make it a lot darker. Okay, so when I'm done with that, now I am just gonna do the red, but I'm gonna be very careful because I noticed this red, as you can see, wants to smudge. You can see in the middle of my paper there. Pick this up, bring it over here. Now while this is still wet, I'm gonna add some fun glitter. I'm gonna shake it off very lightly, and then I'm just gonna let it set and dry. So I hope you guys thought this was a fun project, really fast and easy to cut and do. Depending on the color paper you use, you could use a fun green and just make your lines, and then just paint in just the red. But I'd love to see what you come up with the fun template. But whatever you do, have fun. Merry Christmas, Happy Advent.